If you're looking for free ways to earn Bitcoin, maybe you have heard about the sMiles app that claims you can earn Bitcoin just by walking and doing other things you already do. But is it actually worth it? I have tested it and will go over it all in this sMiles review so you can find out if it's for you or not. In case you don't know, my name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and recently several of you have asked me about the sMiles app, so I decided to test it and see if it really is a great free way to earn Bitcoin or if it's a waste of time. In this video I'll give you an inside look and show you all the details you need to know, and there are definitely some important details you need to consider before joining, so make sure to stick around. So let's start by going over who can join, and the sMiles app is an app, as the name kind of suggests, so you can download it for both iOS and Android devices. It also has an option in the Chrome web store or Chrome browser. We'll talk a little bit more about that. It is an addition to using the app, so if you want to use it, the main way to earn is by using the app. And on the website itself, you cannot really see where it is available, but inside in the FAQ section, you can see that it's available in 64 countries. So you can see them here on the screen there. So if you live in one of these countries, you can join, but before deciding if you should, then make sure you actually know what you're getting into. So let me then just log in and then I'll show you exactly how it works. So I have now logged in, and one thing I just want to mention is that during the sign up process, you are asked if you want to upgrade to premium. And I just want to make that clear, you do not have to. You can use it without upgrading. And in fact, I do not recommend you actually upgrade because in my opinion, that kind of defeats this purpose here. We can talk a little bit more about that and whether it's worth it later, but they do charge $4.99 per month, or at least that's what they do where I live, or you can pay around $50 for a full year. But I would definitely recommend that you do not do that right away. First, make sure you actually check out the free options it has and exactly what you're getting into before investing anything. And I will go over all that in this video here so you know what to expect. Then, as they also say, you can earn Bitcoin by walking. So it's a little bit unusual compared to many other get paid to walk apps I have tested, because you do need to make sure that you're connected to this Health Connect. At least that's how it is on Android devices. So you need to keep that in mind, but it will ask you to do that also once you are inside. And if you don't do that, well, then it can't actually track your steps. So keep that in mind. But other than that, the main way to earn here is by walking, or that's what the kind of the main selling point is here. And it would just track your steps up here. As you can see, I have not had the phone that I have installed on with me today, so it doesn't really count much there. And one thing I really honestly do not like is that they are not completely transparent about how much do you actually get for your steps. And I find that always it should be very clearly explained right when you log into something like this, exactly how many steps do you need to earn and whatever you will earn and all that. I think this information should be very clearly displayed here. And another thing is that you actually need to log in once per day to log your steps, and you have to do that before midnight. So keep that in mind also. Many other apps where you can earn, for example, by walking and having them running in the background, you don't have to necessarily log in. It will just count it automatically. So that's one more thing to keep in mind. If you forget that, then the steps won't be logged and then you won't actually earn from them. But I can say right away that even though they do not really explain how much you can earn by walking, it will definitely not be a lot based on what I have tested. And usually when the app is not completely transparent about that, it's because it will take a lot of patience and time. And that's how it in general is with any get paid to walk options. So it's definitely not something that will make you a lot of money, and it will take a lot of patience, and you would need to walk a lot of steps to earn anything of real value. But it also has other ways to earn, so let's talk about those options also. So inside the app, there are several other options. If you scroll down, you can see there are some different options where you can play and you can have this spin the wheel, and many of them then, for example, the spin the wheel there, then you need to watch a video ad before you can do this. And there's also these others you see here where there's games. This is basically just like get paid to play apps where you can download these different games, and then you'll get paid depending on the tasks or the different levels you reach in it. And I would say here you definitely can earn more effectively than just having installed and working, but I have tested hundreds of different get paid to apps and ways to earn by playing games, and I would say there definitely are platforms where you can earn more by playing games. And if that's something you're interested in, I also do have a video, I'll leave a link in the top corner, about the best ways to earn by playing games currently based on my experiences, but definitely still more effective than just earning by walking. And then there's this Satoshi's wheel, they call it, where you can spin, and often then you have to watch an ad to do that, and you can see then here how much I won. And in this case here I won 1 sat. That is tiny, that's the smallest amount of a Bitcoin, so really not a lot, but also it was easy. But then if I want to spin again, then I need to watch a video ad, so keep that in mind. But you can do that 7 times per day, so you have to be really lucky to win anything of real value here, but it's easy to do. And if you like this spin and win options, then that can be an option. I also do have a video about some of the best ways that you can spin and win for free, the different platforms I have tested like that, so I'll leave a link in the top corner to that video also. Other than that, as I mentioned also, there is an option for Chrome. You can see that on the website, you can open it here. It is an extension, and this is for cashback rewards. So if you shop online, then it's an extension that can give you some offers if you shop, and then you can get some money that you spend anyways, a percentage of that back into your account. So it's a decent option, but again, personally, I just prefer specialized cashback apps and websites for something like this. But that's just my opinion, and where I've seen better results. But let's also talk about this premium option that I mentioned briefly at the start. So inside you can see more information about the premium. So as mentioned, you do not have to do that right away, even though they have a pop-up that tells you about this right when you join. So it's a little bit aggressive like that, but keep that in mind. But here you can see the supposed benefits. So you will get higher rewards for the steps, but they don't actually still tell you what will you actually earn for it. At least I haven't been able to find any information about that. And then these leaderboard promotions, that means like if you have some steps or so, then you'll be shown on this leaderboard. I don't see the point of that. Like, who cares, to be honest? At least that's my opinion. And these other things here, not really something I see much point of. The only thing that will help you with earning is that you will earn more for the steps, and it will honestly be extremely hard to earn this amount per month just by walking. If you have tried it yourself and managed to, I would love to hear that. But personally, I would say definitely first really try it thoroughly, see with how much you walk, how much will you actually earn, and then figure out if it's worth it. Personally, definitely not something I would do, but we're all different. We all have different habits, different ways of using the phone. Again, if you have any experiences, I would love to hear them in a comment below. But let's now also talk about how you can actually get paid, because that's of course extremely important to know before deciding to use an earning app or not. So when you want to withdraw, you can go here to your wallet, and then you can send the sats, meaning withdraw the Bitcoin that you have earned, or the sats you've earned. As sats, again, that's the smallest amount or unit of a Bitcoin. So of course, it's not that you will earn a Bitcoin or Bitcoins or something like that. You know, it takes a lot of patience and time here. And be aware, as you can see here, pending. That means that when you earn something, usually it will be pending for up to 2 weeks. So it's not that what you earn, you can just take it out right away. Usually there's this pending period. Sometimes that's normal with some offers, but what I found strange here is that even what I just earned now, for example, for watching a video ad, even that is pending. And that's something I haven't really seen in other apps. So you just need to keep that in mind, that there is this around 2 weeks delay from you actually do whatever task you do until the earnings will be released and you can take them out. Also, you need to verify your phone number to withdraw, and it will let you know when you try to withdraw that you need to do this. So keep that in mind. If you don't feel comfortable about doing that, then you shouldn't even try to earn, because it won't actually ask for it until you try to withdraw. You need to earn around 1,000 sats to withdraw. So it's a fairly low payout threshold. How much that is depends on the current rate of Bitcoin, but currently, as of recording this video, it is less than $1, so a very low payout threshold. But they do say this might change in the future. So maybe if Bitcoin increases in value or goes down or so, maybe this threshold also will change. we don't know, but currently it is quite low. You can then withdraw to any Bitcoin Lightning wallet, and payments are supposedly processed instantly. I have not done that because, well, to be honest, I have tested hundreds of different ways to earn online, and whenever I test new methods, I only continue using them and try to reach the payout threshold if I can see it's worth the time. If I know other methods where I get more for my time, then I will of course focus on those. So then when I see something like this and test it a little bit, I can fairly quickly see if it's something I want to put more time and energy into, and then I also share it with you. And if not, then I just go back and use some of the other platforms where I find that I get more value for my time. So that's at least how I do it. So just wanted to be completely transparent about that. So overall, I think the sMiles app is a bit confusing, and it makes it quite hard to figure out how much time you spend and how much value or earnings you get for your time. Sometimes apps and websites do something like this on purpose because then you don't notice, because there's gamified and all that, so you don't notice how much time you actually spend, because maybe if you did, you would not think it's worth it. I'm not saying they're doing that deliberately. I'm just saying that's something to always keep in mind when you use earning apps like this. So when you first join, try the different options. You also need to give it a bit of time, and then you can measure how much time have you spent. Do you actually find it worth it? Because whether something is worth it or not is of course always up to personal preferences and goals and ideas. But personally, I have just tested so many apps and websites, and I just find that there are many better options. Also, not just because I know that I can earn more in certain other apps, but also because I find that the user experience here is not as great as it could be. Again, just my personal opinion. If you have another opinion or if you agree, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But if you are interested in other free ways to earn Bitcoin, I also do have a list on my website of my favorite ways to do this. I will leave a link to that below, so then you can check out that if you are interested in those. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.